Talk of the morning. Give it up for Dr. Brewer.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Say good morning.
Good morning.
I know it's raining and cold outside, but we're going to act like it's not. For the Life Talk, for those of you who've never been in here with us before or haven't been around for a Life Talk, what we do is we try to find things that you can take that the Bible can give you applications on how to deal with them in life. And sometimes I get the inspiration from the weirdest places. This week I want to talk to you guys about abiding in Jesus. Abiding in Jesus. The word abide, by definition, when you look it up, it's like 8 different definitions of the word abide when you look it up. And so many of them have nothing to do with what the Bible tells us to do, but the 8th definition says to remain stable or fixed in some state or condition to continue to remain. Where I got the inspiration from this week, I've been binge watching a whole bunch of shows trying to get my black card back, and I was watching The Chi, and in The Chi there was this situation where a mother was talking to her son, and he gave her some advice, and her advice to his son was, act in her absence as you would in her presence. Now, when you sit there and you think about that in marriages, relationships, whatever it is, the person that you give to the other person should be that person even when you're not around them. When looking for confirmation on whether or not I should have gone this direction, I don't know if you guys follow sports, but the coach at Michigan got fired. Got charged with a whole bunch of different stuff, but it turned out he was cheating on his wife. And not only was he cheating on his wife, but then after cheating on his wife, did something to offend the young lady he was cheating with, and then went to go and plead you leaving me and all this type of stuff, and went to her house, and if you don't take me back, I'm going to kill myself and everything else with a butter knife. And it's funny, but it's not funny. You know, there's a reality that he was not abiding in his relationship. When we look into the Bible, the confirmation came because I have a group text with a bunch of my family members, and my older cousin Peaches has sent us Philippians 2. Philippians 2, 12 and 13 says, therefore, my dear friends, as you have always obeyed, not only in my presence, but now much more in my absence, continue to work out your salvation with fear and trembling. For it is God who works in you to will and to act in order to fulfill his good purpose. God not only instructs us, but demands of us to be good at all times, to do the things that we're supposed to do all the time. Now, again, when I say you get the inspiration, you get confirmation, it came in 3 different ways for me. But then I got this thing that says about how we see sin. How we see sin. When y'all look at this graphic, it says how we see sin. It's a side view. Because a lot of times we do things and we're like, oh, it wasn't that bad. It was just a little sin. But you see how God sees sin from the top view? Because he asks you to not sin. It doesn't matter if it's a little sin or a big sin. It doesn't matter if you were cheating, stealing, cursing, yelling, being mean, turning around and being angry to your friend, treating your spouse wrong, being mean to your kids. Nothing else. It doesn't matter what it is. It's still a sin. And God only sees it from the top view, which is why we had those people who were on the cross, and no matter the depth of their sin, salvation could save them. When you look at the relationship that you have with God, my question to you is, are you acting in his presence the same way you act when you feel like you're not in his presence? Are you cheating on God? A lot of times when we talk about relationships, we talk about the 5 love languages. I know we went through this in PYC. We probably did it like 2 or 3 times in a couple of years. And there's love languages that you have, so some people fall in love based on the acts of service. Some are for quality time and how you spend it with them. Me, it's words of affirmation. When you have this relationship with God, you need to figure out your love language. because your love language will make your love of God deeper. If it is acts of service, do them for God. Don't do them for yourself. Don't do them for other people. Do them for God so that you can invest in what God has given you. If it is quality time, go find a corner. Spend more time with God. If it is receiving gifts, then take the gifts that God has given you and spread them to the world. If it is physical touch, then sometimes you got to get in touch with yourself because you have to make sure that you understand self so that you can show the world what God has given you. And if it's words of affirmation, get into the Bible. Continue to read his word. Continue to spread his word. Continue to spread his joy. That last slide, it says, continue working out your salvation with awe and reverence. With awe and reverence. God is always going to be amazing. And it's going to be amazing as soon as you give it all to God and understand that everything is from God. It will all be amazing. But you must give reverence and understand exactly what it is that God is doing for you. Nothing that you do in this world is of your own fruition. This is all from God. So everything that you do, you must give reverence to God. And I promise you, we're sitting in here with heavy hearts right now. Some people are dealing with different things. Some people are sad. Some people are angry. But when you give it to God, it can take away that hurt. It can take away that pain. Because once you give it to God, you know that God can take care of you. And that is your Life Talk for today.